Hello, Darren here, the Creative Minimalist, www.thecreativeminimalist.com.
Are you a victim of PPS?
I don't know if it's just a UK thing, I'm pretty sure it's pretty much worldwide. But you're bombarded by those PPI, payment protection, insurance, victim claim things where if you ever signed up for a loan or a credit card and you weren't told the full details of the payment protection plan that they implemented, you could be a victim and receive a nice payout. Well, in theory. I don't actually know anybody who's managed to make a successful claim on that, but then perhaps that's because I don't talk to many people. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about PPS. What's PPS, I hear you ask? What's PPS? No, sorry, didn't hear you ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I'm talking about perfect planner syndrome, because I think that's certainly what I'm suffering from. Perfect planner syndrome. Or searching for a perfect planner system even. Yes, I certainly am a victim of PPS. Do you remember? I've been talking the last few videos about my 3 journals to rule them all. And look, here they are, 3 journals. My bullet journal, which set up like all good bullet journals should be, the way all bullet journals should work. With its index, its future log, its monthly layout, and then its daily things. It's pretty much all there. It works. But I'm not too. There's something not quite there, but it's working, and I'm keeping going on it. I've also got my morning thoughts, morning pages journal, where I sit down each morning and write whatever's in my head, try to clear it out. It grew from morning pages, but it's become a slightly more structured. But I do this each morning. I start things off. So I start here, then move to my bullet journal, and then at the end of the day, because I've got a diary, because it was cheap, and I just had to have it when I saw it there. A Moleskine year diary, which has got obviously sort of days. But I just use this to review things at the end of the day in there, capture thoughts, ideas. Sometimes I put a little bit of art in, sometimes I don't. But I thought my perfect planner system, my PPS, was going to be these 3 journals. And I've been talking about whether perhaps I can move my bullet journaling bit into the diary, or whether because I very rarely use more than a day, actually, I could do my morning thoughts in my diary, but then where's my evening review go? And anyway, basically, and I still can't juggle, by the way, but they're there to remind me. Anyway, I got to that point where I thought, hold on, 3 journals, trying to make it down to 2 could work. There have been conversations in the comments about omnijournals. Can omnijournaling work? It's always possible. And I thought, yes, perhaps we could get down to 2, perhaps even get down to 1 journal. And then I realised, boys and girls, friends, Romans, countrymen, I'm living in denial. I really am living in denial, because not only am I still stuck with my 3 journals that I'm using, I've got my just general any thoughts, plans, composition notebook. It's on its last page, so that's gonna go, but will I replace it? That's my general notes that I take. I've got my music journal songbook, where I write all my songs. They go in there. I've got my art journal, my art Moleskine journal, which I'm using. I've also got my recipes journal, where I note down and keep all my recipes that are quite handy. And on top of that, which is really one of the big issues, because this should really all be in my, let's give a bit more light to the situation. I've got my goals and projects journal. Now that should be in my bullet journal, but it's not. I've still got it kept separate and using it. And I wonder if that's partly down to the fact that I'm not happy with the bullet journal, or I think the bullet journal could be used too quick and then I'd lose my goals and projects. I'm in denial. Look, I thought it was 3, hoping to go down to 2, possibly 1. And I'm still using all those as well. And that is without my traveller's notebook, which I love, which I want to use a bit more. That's got 3 sections in. A bullet type section, a lined type section, and a plain type section. Look, I'm in denial. There's no way I'm going to get down to 2 to 1 journal. And this is without, I've got a separate spirit journal that is with my spiritual type books and incense and things, which I pull out. There are little prayers and thoughts in there. I've got that as well. I've also got various junk journals in various stages, which I use for art but also specific projects. And I am now playing again, or I've been playing this week, with my organizer, because I mean I like the size, and I like the ability of being able to stick things in and pull things out. I think that's one of the things that ultimately I would like, and that's the other reason why I quite like the Midori system, because it's like a halfway house. But this is why I ended up thinking of PPS, and I am a victim of PPS, Perfect Planning Syndrome, or the Perfect Planning System, which is what I've been playing with this week. Because what I've been playing with and trying to sort out, I've got a goals list. I've got my goals list. Then I've some ideas list. I've already got far too many pages in here. Ideas list. Then I've got a projects list in here of all various projects at various stages and things. I've then got what I want to do for the month. So we've got the goals, the projects, what needs to be done each month, what I'm looking at. A monthly review as well. Then I'm looking at weekly, what needs to be done each week, and a weekly review. A weekly review list and things. And then I've got day, what do I want to do each day? A daily list and a daily review thing. And so I've been playing with what could be this perfect planner system, which made me think of perfect planning syndrome, which I am guilty of. I have got perfect planning syndrome, or PPS, because I'm always looking for that perfect planning system. But as I've always said, and I will continue to say, it's finding out something that works for you, for the individual. There is no one system, as I have realised this week, that works for everyone, and no one system that really works for me. It might be that there are systems for seasons, and that's what I might be thinking about in a little while. Systems for seasons, how seasons come and seasons go. But who knows whether that is true or not. The thing is, it's whatever works for you. Don't get bogged down worrying. Don't be in denial like I am about thinking that there can actually be just one journal, because there's not. Or certainly not for me. There might be for you, because if it works for you, then that's fine. But for me, I'm at this drawing board stage this week. That's what I've been doing, trying to work things out. It's bank holiday weekend in the UK and I think various other places around the world. So I've not got work. Well, I do have work. I do have things to do, but I'm taking a look at this and working out my projects list, because I've got a complete projects list which is being defined at the moment as well. So I know where I am, and to make sure that each day I'm doing what needs to be done, because that's when it boils down to it, as long as you get done what needs to be done, then the planning system, if you're using one and it enables that, then that's good. So I'm going to go away, plan my day, think some thoughts and do some work, and I will see you soon. And in the meantime, plan your way, because that's the Planarchy way. If the system doesn't work, change the system and find a system that works for you. Until then, stay safe, happy journaling and happy planning. I'll see you soon. Bye.